Hi guys, Hyacsho here, and today we're talking about what we can expect at this year's Realms Deep event. I'm going to be talking about some games that I want to see, and hopefully some games we get to play. For those of you that don't know, Realms Deep is a hybrid event, primarily online gaming event, hosted by 3D Realms and Slipgate Ironworks and their friends, and promises to give us some of the most interesting and engaging retro-inspired games in the world, or at least it has done for the last 3 years. Historically, and I think in the first one, it showed a lot of boomer shooters, what we would know as boomer shooters, or retro throwback shooters, or indie FPS game, or whatever you like. I don't care anymore. And I came in at that time, around 2021. I sat alone in my apartment, huddled over my laptop with probably some really reprehensible junk food, and watched the event while I had Silverback on Discord and him and I were chatting about the stuff that was coming out. It was such a great time. So let's start with the games that I want to see at this year's show. Some of these are my favorites, but also some of these games have been sitting in either demo, early access, or coming soon for a year, maybe 2, maybe 3 years. So let's get started. My favorite, Iron Fury Aftershock. Iron Fury, the original game, was excellent for me. I loved that game. I played it on the hardest difficulty on the first go at a day. It was awesome. Iron Fury Aftershock has been threatening to come out for quite a while now. Long overdue, since 2021. When it does eventually come out, it's going to be amazing, and I'm really hoping to see something at this year's show about Iron Fury Aftershock. A demo, early access, I don't care. Which brings me to my next one, Phantom Fury. Also based in the Bombshell universe, Phantom Fury is essentially the sequel to the Bombshell game. Not the Iron Fury game, which is the boomer shooter, the Bombshell game, which is not a boomer shooter, but it's kind of the same thing, but not really. Still a shooter though. Phantom Fury looks epic. I'm gonna play it. It looks amazing. And because I'm a fan of Iron Fury, I'm gonna be getting this one. And I didn't actually get the Bombshell game until Iron Fury, so I'm a little bit behind there, hoping to get at least a demo this year. Which brings me to another favorite I'm really hoping to get, and I need to give this game justice. I feel like this is my nemesis. I need to review this game properly before the Chapter 2 comes out, which is Cultic. The original Cultic game, inspired by Blood, I suppose, was amazing. I loved it, and at first I didn't for some reason. I think I was a bit off on that take, but I loved the game, finished it, it was epic. And Hyacsho Games has been teasing a lot that there's something on the horizon. I wasn't sure if he was just going to do a DLC for Chapter 1, or he was going to release Chapter 2. I don't know if we're going to get a demo this year, but it would be really nice to at least get maybe a teaser trailer at this year's Realms Deep. I'd be okay with that. If a demo is going to come out in Q1 of next year, that would be okay by me. My eyes are on Cultic Chapter 2 here. Number 4, apparently this is a list now, Tempest Rising. Also, in the Bombshell universe. Yes, I'm a fan, it is what it is. Except Tempest Rising is an RTS. People don't know this about me. I love RTS games. I played Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition now for 4 years with a bunch of friends, always played RTS, Warcraft, etc. Love it. This one looks excellent. Reminds me a lot of Command & Conquer. It has ridiculously looking good graphics. Not so sure about the lore though, but I don't really care because it's in the Bombshell universe, so it's going to be a little wacky, it's going to be some fun. Again, I'm not expecting a demo about this game this year, but I am expecting at least like a release date trailer, something like that. Hoping to see a little bit more about Hellslinger this year. I played the demo a while back. It was a lot of fun, very eccentric, very interesting. Really excited to see more about Hellslinger, Relentless Frontier, and Extrenium, all coming from the Hellforge Studio side. Relentless Frontier, also big favorite of mine. We reviewed the demo here on this channel. Very excited to see if this is going to get a full release. Probably not this year, hopefully early next year. Extrenium as well. Would be great to see some kind of DLC or expansion of that game. I also reviewed that on this channel. I'm going to link everything into the description if you want to go and check it out. Pretty fun game, Secret Hunter. I enjoyed that too. All 3 of these games though, I don't expect full releases this year. I do expect some kind of update, maybe a new demo update. That would be pretty cool. At the time of writing the script, I mentioned that I wanted to see a medieval Black Labyrinth. Well, that released last week, so hey, hell yeah, New Blood. Thank you so much for that. You're the best. Love it. Dig the game, so we're not going to worry too much about that. And I don't actually expect too much of new stuff from New Blood at this stage. It's all good over there at New Blood. Nothing to comment on there. It would be nice to see a new IP, if I'm honest, but I don't expect it.
Seriously, Hyper Strange? Good for nothing, lazy pieces of shit.
Finally going over to the Hyper Strange guys. This part of the year, again, so strange that we've had so many releases this month before Realms Deep, but I suppose it lines up with Gamescom and QuakeCon. Ghostware is another one. I don't think we're going to see too much on that end. Probably some kind of cool hype or update. I think that game is fine as it is, but what I'm really banking on, what I'm really really hoping for is Supplice. Now, sure, I played Supplice, the demo, religiously for quite often, actually. There was a stage where I went back to it every night. It is a lot of fun. I feel like I did a demo review on this channel about it. I feel like I did. No, I didn't. I intended to. I recorded everything about it. I recorded the script. I interviewed one of the art directors. It was amazing, and I never actually produced it. That's my bad. But I am so looking forward to more about Supplice. I would love for them to have an update their early access, or maybe a full release. I think it's time, guys. Supplice is a good game. I would love to get that full release going. I'm just worried Supplice becomes something like Proteus, where we wait so long and then they kind of fumble the bag on release. And I really hope that doesn't happen in Supplice's case. It's a good game. Hoping to see more about it this year at Realms Deep. Proteus though, there is rumor going around that Proteus may have some kind of expansion or DLC. I have nothing to substantiate these rumors, just hearsay. But that does come up with a pretty nice idea that having some kind of map or story DLC would be pretty awesome in Proteus's case. I think the original release of Proteus was pretty awesome. However, it kind of fell a little flat in the later game, and I need to review this to get into more detail, but it could have been better than the later game. I feel that half the game was excellent and the other half was thrown in there to finish up. Hey, maybe I'm being a bit critical there, but I'd love to see some map DLC or story expansions, something like that, just to flesh that universe out. I feel Proteus has so much ridiculous potential in every aspect of the game. It would be such a shame to see it disappear now. And finally, I'm going to go down to some games that I would like to hear about, but I will probably not hear much about. But what would be really cool to hear about is an update, some kind of update on Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. Now, everyone knows that Wrath has been delayed quite often, for quite a long time. The devs have been making regular updates on Wrath, so that does bode well for the game's health overall. They are working on it, but I think we can all see that maybe there is not as much energy going into Wrath as that maybe a lot of us would have liked. I'm the kind of guy that I don't mind. I have very little expectation when it comes to fun things like games in general. When it comes out, if it ever comes out, awesome. If it never comes out, that'd be a shame. Let's see what happens. Witchfire is another one. One of my community members, Dennis, has been punting Witchfire for quite a while. I've always been quite speculative because I felt that it uses quite a lot of stock graphics, features, models, that kind of thing. Though in recent times, they've apparently redone the entire game and it's supposed to be quite an engaging experience. So hoping to see quite a little bit more about Witchfire this year, though I really don't expect too much. Finally, a game that I would really like to see, because of course it's me, Sigil II. Now, I don't think Sigil II will be announced or will come out this year. I've been holding on for it for a long time. I played One Humanity 2 years ago. John Romero himself came into my live stream over on YouTube. It was insane. I kind of printed out that chat. It's on my wall. But I'd love to see some more information around Sigil II. It was a great expansion of the original games by John Romero. I had a feeling that One Humanity, the map he released, was a map created originally for Sigil II. I would love to see this thing come to full fruition. But overall, guys, there's a lot of games that have had updates throughout the year. I have a playlist in the description of this video just listing the various games that came out in Realms Deep 2022 last year, and most of these games have finally come to early access. Games like Coven, Wizardorium, as we mentioned, Supplice, Incision is fully out. Games like that have all started to come quite a long way, but there are still so many which are not out on full release yet, or at least have just come out. It's going to be quite a crazy ride at this year's Realms Deep. And don't forget, Realms Deep is not longer about just boomer shooters. It's about really engaging and fun indie games. And it's really great to see that Realms Deep has evolved in that way to not just be the traditional boom boom, but also do amazing other things like Biota Swarm and Sacrifice and games of that like. And Verge World was another one I saw last year. This will be the third year of the legendary Realms Deep event, and like every year, I'm hoping for the best, and I expect to see an evolution of the show. And finally, some news on some of these games that I've mentioned in this video. So I want to send a quick shout out to 3D Realms and Slipgate Ironworks. Good luck, guys. I hope the event goes well. I'm really looking forward to it, and I know a lot of people are. I am going to be streaming the event over here on the channel on that day, that night, whenever it is going to be. If there's a game that you're dying to see at Realms Deep, I know there's been a lot of YouTube creators that have been mentioning games that haven't came out yet that they're dying to see. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to expand my repertoire and keep my eyes open. But until that happens, guys, thank you so much for watching. Quick shout out to my patrons. You guys are the bee's knees, the left, right, the sleep tight, the shake, and the bake. If you'd like to support my channel, please don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, or share it with a friend. Until next time, everybody, I love you very much. Please take care, rip and tear. Cheers.